Yeah, I think you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
There we go.
Okay, I think we're all good. How's everybody doing?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Good. Good.
We can will talk. it's one of those weekends where it's like,
You're like,
you're trying to manage. It's a lot.
This is my favorite word at work. I'm maintaining.
Yes, that's all you can do. That's all you can ask for. So, Nikia, this is Haandsome Haavok. Haandsome Haavok, this is Nikia.
How you doing, Nikia? How you doing?
Oh, okay. Is everything okay? Oh, there you go. We got you back. And then we're also, this is my best friend, very sweetly.
Hello, how y'all doing today?
How you doing?
Hello.
Can't complain. I really can't complain.
Yeah. We won't complain, put it that way. Okay. So normally I start my show off with trending topics. So I want to talk about something. Yeah, I want to talk about something that's trending that I'm seeing all over the internet, which is really, really starting to scare me, as if it wasn't already scary to begin with. But I don't know if you guys saw, what's his name? Jeremiah.
Oh yeah, he got the COVID.
Yeah.
He got the Rona.
Yeah. And with everything that's going on, I mean, there's other people like, well, there's a lot of other artists that have passed away from COVID and stuff like that. But just to know someone that we hear on top 40 stations is now really struggling to survive. Like he's on life support trying to.
Yeah, he in ICU.
Right. So just dealing with that alone, I mean, have you guys lost anyone to COVID or know of anybody struggling or has struggled with COVID?
No, not personally, but I hear people, know people who have lost people. You know, so it's like it is close to home, and we just have to do our part. You know, people act like it's not real. It's real. This is a real thing. People like 220 million people. No, I'm sorry, 2,000 before everything has. 220,000 people have lost their lives just off the rip before we were informant of this disease. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now it's like, we're getting back. We're trying to get the curfews are coming back again. So it's like it's a real thing. So people need to really realize listen, just because even if you don't know somebody who it happened to you or your cousin or your friend, it's happening. People are dying and people are
yeah. What about you, Nikia?
So I kind of have a little bit of a different perspective on COVID. So one of my best friends, her father passed away. He had a heart attack. He went into the hospital. He passed away. When he passed away, they marked him down as passing away from having COVID. This man never had COVID. So he really passed from a heart attack. So I'm not saying that COVID's not real. However, I do think the numbers are being played with because there's a large amount of people that they're saying died from COVID that did not die from COVID. So I don't know, what their motive is or what's happening behind it, but it's all about money at the end of the day because these hospitals, and I have family members that are in high positions in hospitals, and they've had hospital administrations sign non-disclosures. They can't speak about certain things. But why is that? If this is such a life-threatening disease, which we know in some cases it is, then why are we not able to speak about it? Why are we faking the numbers? Why are we saying that certain people died from COVID that did not die from COVID? And this has happened to several people in New York. So
no, it's true.
Right.
If you read the CDC, if you read actually the stuff on the CDC, everyone is not tested. They'll say it's COVID and it's not. Like if you go and actually read, some people do. Like I got family members who they've tested positive. They've been it's legit, but then some people that have died, literally, if you die, they'll say, it's COVID. If you look, there's no number saying for flu.
Right.
But you know what I think?
Right.
Like people,
Yes.
regardless, I think people are still dying of COVID, and I'm gonna tell you why. My cousin, my cousin was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer prior to COVID, right before COVID. When COVID hit, remember they shut down everything. You couldn't go to the doctors, you couldn't go anywhere. As a result, he died because he couldn't get any treatment. He couldn't start chemo. He couldn't start he couldn't start anything because everything got shut down. So technically, no, he didn't die because of COVID, but because COVID exists, he wasn't able to get the medical treatment that he needed.
COVID played a cause in it. So they'll probably have it go down as he died from COVID, but he didn't die from having the disease of COVID. He died from the effects that are happening in the world because of COVID.
Yeah, because my mom was in a hospital, and I got grease all over my hands. My mother was in a hospital. She was on a ventilator and everything. We believe she had COVID. I believe I had COVID, but she tested negative twice. And I know in the beginning there was a lot of negatives. So, and she wholeheartedly believed she had it. She made it through, came home, yada, yada, yada. But literally they were saying, if you have a heart attack, if you have a stroke, don't come to the hospital. So what do you do?
So here's the thing, right? If everyone really pays attention, well, first of all, the government always puts people into mass hysteria when it doesn't need to be. COVID is SARS. We've had a similar breakout in the 40s and 50s of SARS. SARS is COVID. All it is a flu. So I think that a large amount of people did not have to die that did die is because everyone went into panic mode. But why are you panicking when it's the flu with heavier phlegm?
Government sits here and makes us feel like we need to be in a panic, in a state of hysteria, like you said, and then we feed into all that stuff, and then people follow what they say, and people do what they're told to do instead of what they feel is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we fall
because
into
if you notice, right? So, and I don't know why no one's light bulb is going on in their head. So, okay, we have this COVID-19 that's so dramatic and traumatic, and your solution to that is wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, wear a mask. Okay, so if it's that deadly, why are we only washing our hands? We wash our hands I know I wash my hands multiple times every day.
But most people don't wash their hands. Let's just be real.
I mean, we're supposed to do.
That's true.
We're supposed to be
people nasty as hell. People nasty.
That's true.
Here comes a global
pandemic.
That's a big
thing.
All of a sudden now, people need to wash their hands. We need to be 6
Should have been doing that.
We were supposed to have been doing this.
Should have been washing that. And then
what it is certain cultures don't.
It's a lot of people. They walk around that damn bathroom and you looking like, I ain't eat nothing after your ass.
Man, urinals, and I swear to my dad, may he rest in peace. I've been in urinals and I'm just like there, and I see the next guy walking away, and he'll just walk out the bathroom.
Just walk out, nasty mother.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like now because it's a global pandemic, now because we can die from this. Now we need to wash our hands. Now we need to do this. Now we need to do that. Really?
Yeah.
And even with that, the testing, they already said the test is only 50% accurate. So that means you a wrap. Once I read up on that, I was like this.
Yeah.
So it's
there's certain people like me that
y'all win the trick bag.
I truly believe that those who have died from COVID, they died because they had a weak immune system. Because our immune systems can naturally fight off the flu. So it doesn't make sense, because that means if we got the flu regularly, that it's like, okay, we're going to die now because we have the flu. People need to build their immune systems up. Take your multivitamins, take your vitamin C's, build up your immune system.
And that's exactly what people were
eating all of this garbage and processed food that's pushing all of these unknown chemicals and asbestos into our body.
Right.
Eat organically, build your immune system.
Yes.
But the problem with that is that the poor, that's the problem with that. Like that, I can eat organic because I got enough money too. But it's not the stuff that's cheap. is the most expensive, and people who are on the low income or the underserved, they can't afford that. If you can go to the store and get something junk for $1, you know what I'm saying? So
you know what that's called? That's called systemic slavery.
Oh,
where they try to keep the minority down because they know most minorities cannot afford to eat healthy and eat that way.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And it's a sickening thing, because if you look at the numbers and see who actually are the one that's passing for whatever it is, it's a particular color, the black and the brown.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. So
because
now, go ahead.
As you guys say that right now, if you really look at it, how many stores in the hood do you see a vegan? Do you see where it says organically sourced? Do you see this? You don't see that in the hood.
Not many, not unless you see like a Jewish store that's kosher.
Exactly, that's kosher. That's right.
Right.
So it's like it just speaks volumes when you said that like it's
that's
like,
why I feel like you know, with this whole COVID thing, it's really out to take us out. I mean, let's just be real, take out certain people.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it real with the conspiracy theorists when it come down to the black and brown community. I'm like, this right here, it don't smell right.
See, also here's my issue. My issue with the black community, right? We allow the system to keep us down. It makes me very upset when I hear like a black person say, I can't get ahead because of this. No, it's because of yourself. Because we have the same opportunities as everybody else. It's about how you choose to use those opportunities. It's about how you're raising your children and teaching them to be entrepreneurs and to be individuals, not to follow the crowd and the masses. And it just
we talk about that all the time. We talk about that all the time.
Haavok, what were you gonna say?
Basically, what she like, don't allow the outside world to let you think you can't be who you want to be. Don't let other people let these little girls and little boys grow up and feel like they are in a box or they're this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you can be an entertainer, you can be a football player, but anything else, no, you know.
I have a friend who bought his daughter a waist trainer. She's 13 years old. And I'm like, what? 13?
No.
You know this person.
See, what these children have to realize is they're watching these people on TV and here and there, and in their mind, I want to look like her, not knowing like she doesn't actually look like that. She had all types of surgeries and everything else.
She cut up.
So what you're seeing in front of you is not natural beauty, or it's like that because because they were born that way. No, honey, they had 100 surgeries. They had injections in their butt. They changed their nose.
Stupid.
Like, listen, I'm not changing my God-given nose for nothing. This is my nose. It's beautiful. It's mine. I don't need my nose to be sharp and
one of a kind.
It's mine. It's what makes me me. And this is what we need to teach our children, because they're beautiful and they need to know that.
And then you see how Summer Walker then chopped herself up. I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you was gorgeous. What's wrong with you? Lil' Kim. Like, what are you? I don't even know what
Little Kim.
She's a damn nightmare. That's a
whole nother.
A nightmare. And not on Elm Street.